These are the only 4 simple exercises you need for a stronger core and back. If you're over 60, the last thing you want for your body to do is engage in exercises designed for those half your age. I believe it's time to change how we approach core and back training. A common misconception that most people have about the core is that the core is just your abs, when in fact, research says that the core is a complex 3-layer system, which consists of the outer layer, or your rectus abdominis, the middle, or your obliques, and the last layer, which is the transverse abdominis. These deep core muscles work together with your spine to support and protect your back. They help prevent falls and back pain by strengthening the small muscles along your spine. But most workouts ignore these muscles, so they stay weak and underused. Your exercises should be targeted towards activating the crucial stabilizers, both in your core and along your spine. Instead of focusing your efforts on building that six-pack, younger bodies can tolerate and benefit from crunches and planks. But when you're over 60, these exercises compress your spine without strengthening the deep back muscles you need. When the deepest muscles in your core stop working properly, your body compensates for it. Your back muscles works too hard to fill in for weak spine-supporting muscles, while your hips stiffen, making easy things like getting up from a chair become harder. This is also why so many people end up with ongoing stiffness and weakness in their lower backs that gets worse over time. The good news is that even if these muscles haven't worked properly for years, they respond well to the right kind of training. In the next few minutes, I'll show you 4 movements that activate your deep core and strengthen your back. And by the end of this video, you'll get a complete 10-minute routine you can do at home with simple objects you have at home. First, let's figure out what's happening with your core. Most people have no idea these muscles aren't working until it's too late. We can assess this using what we call the breath connection test. Lie down comfortably on your back with your knees bent. Place one hand on your chest, one hand on your lower ribs. Take a normal breath in. Now, as you breathe out slowly, imagine gently drawing your belly button towards your spine. Not sucking in, just a gentle engagement. Can you feel the muscles under your lower hand tighten slightly? Can you do this without holding your breath or tensing your shoulders? If you can't feel anything, or if you're holding your breath, your deep core connection is compromised. Now, let's try another assessment, the Standing Stability Challenge. Stand near a wall for safety. Close your eyes and lift one foot slightly off the ground, just an inch or two. Can you hold this for 10 seconds without wobbling or grabbing the wall? If you failed either test, pay attention to this next part because your core isn't protecting your spine during daily activities. Every time you reach for something, stand up from a chair, or walk on uneven ground, your body is working overtime to compensate for these missing stabilizers. Let me explain why your core stops working after 60. Understanding this changes everything about how we fix it. First, there's what I call the compensation cascade. When your deep stabilizers weaken, your body doesn't just give up. It finds other ways to create stability. Your back muscles start gripping constantly, your hip flexors tighten up, and your shoulders round forward. You might think you're just getting older, but you're actually watching your body adapt to core weakness. Then there's the sitting epidemic. These deep core muscles are designed to work all day, making tiny adjustments to keep you stable. But when we sit for hours, they essentially go to sleep. After years of this, they forget how to turn on when you need them. Finally, there's the fear factor. Maybe you've had back pain, or you're worried about falling. So you start moving more carefully, avoiding certain movements. But this protective behavior actually makes your core weaker because these muscles need challenge to stay strong. Here's the encouraging news. Studies show that those who engaged in core stabilization and strengthening exercises experienced reduced back pain, with core stabilization as superior to the strengthening exercises. And unlike building big muscles, which could take months, core stability can improve in days once you know how to wake these muscles up. The key is starting with connection, not strength. That means we need to teach your brain to find these muscles again before we ask them to work hard. Now let's rebuild your core system step by step with movements that have been proven effective in clinical research. Movement 1, the modified dead bug. We're going to start lying down because it's easier to feel these muscles when gravity isn't fighting you. This exercise has been extensively studied and shown to activate your deep core stabilizers while keeping stress off your spine. Lie on your back with knees bent, feet flat. Place both hands on your lower ribs to monitor that breath connection we learned. Now lift one knee up to about 90 degrees, like you're marching in place. Here's the key. Before you move that leg, engage your deep core using our breath technique. Feel those muscles under your hands tighten slightly. Now slowly lower that raised foot toward the floor, but don't let it touch. Your core should be working to control this movement and keep your back flat against the surface. The moment you feel your back arch or lose that core connection, bring the leg back up. This isn't about how far you can reach. It's about maintaining perfect core control throughout the movement. Let's do this together. Engage your core, lower the leg slowly, feel those deep muscles working, and bring it back up. And then switch legs. Research shows this exercise is particularly effective because it challenges your core to stabilize while your limbs move. This is exactly what happens during daily activities like walking or climbing stairs. Now we're going to train something called Pallof press or anti-rotation. This is your core's ability to resist unwanted movements. The Pallof press has been studied a lot in strength and fitness research, and it's a favorite exercise among physical therapists. You'll need a resistance band or cable machine for this one. If you don't have equipment, you can use a towel and have someone provide gentle resistance. Stand sideways to where your band is attached, about an arm's length away. Hold the band with both hands at chest height. Put your feet apart for balance. Before we start the movement, let's get your core ready. Engage your core. Breathe in normally. Then as you breathe out, gently draw your ribs together while your deep abdominals wrap around your spine, like that gentle hug we practiced. Now, while keeping your core tight, press the band straight out in front of you and hold it there. The band is trying to pull your body sideways toward where it's attached, but your core, especially your side muscles and deep stabilizers, has to fight against that pulling force. Hold for 5 seconds while continuing to breathe normally. Don't hold your breath. Keep that gentle core engagement active the entire time. Then slowly bring your hands back to your chest. The key is staying perfectly square. Don't let your body twist toward where the band is attached. This exercise is brilliant because it trains your core the way it actually works in real life. Every time you carry groceries on one side, reach across your body, or walk on uneven ground, your core is doing this exact anti-rotation work. Switch sides and repeat. You should feel your obliques and deep core muscles working hard to keep you stable. Now let's get vertical and add some real functional challenges. The next movement is the wall sit. The wall sit has been proven in multiple studies to improve functional strength in older adults while being much safer than traditional squats. Stand with your back against a wall, feet about 12 inches away from the wall, and shoulder width apart. Engage your core using that breath technique we learned. Slowly slide down the wall, bending your knees until your thighs are parallel to the floor, like you're sitting in an invisible chair. Your knees should be directly over your ankles, not pushed forward past your toes. Here's where your core really has to work. Hold this position for 15 to 30 seconds while breathing normally. Your deep stabilizers are working overtime to keep your spine supported against the wall while your legs handle the load. As this gets easier, try lifting your arms straight out in front of you. This shifts your center of gravity and makes your core work even harder to maintain stability. If the full squat position is too challenging, only go halfway down. The key is maintaining perfect core engagement throughout the hold. This exercise directly translates to getting up from chairs, climbing stairs, and maintaining good posture during daily activities. Movement 4, the glute bridge. Now let's strengthen your posterior chain, the glutes, hamstrings, and back muscles that work with your core for stability. The glute bridge has been recommended by the American Physical Therapy Association for lumbar stability and has strong research support for reducing back pain. Lie on your back with knees bent, feet flat on the floor about hip width apart. Your arms can rest at your sides for stability. Before you move, take a breath in normally, then as you breathe out, gently draw your ribs together while imagining your deep abdominals wrapping around your spine. Maintain this gentle engagement throughout the exercise. Now squeeze your glutes and slowly lift your hips off the ground, creating a straight line from your knees to your shoulders. The key here is that your core has to work to maintain this bridge position while your glutes do the lifting. Don't arch your back excessively. Think about keeping your ribs drawn down toward your pelvis. Hold this position for 3 to 5 seconds, really focusing on squeezing your glutes at the top. Then slowly lower back down with control. This exercise is particularly important because weak glutes often contribute to back pain and poor posture. Your glutes and core work as a team to support your spine during virtually every activity you do. Research consistently shows exercises like these significantly reduce lower back pain when performed consistently. Now that you know all 4 exercises, let me show you exactly how to put them together into a simple routine that really works. Here's your easy weekly plan. Your workout days are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. These are your core days, and here's what you'll do. Start with the dead bug. Do 2 sets of 5 to 8 on each leg. Go slow and focus on control. If you can't keep your core tight, do fewer reps until you get better at it. Next, do the Pallof press. 2 sets of 8 to 10 times, hold for 5 seconds each. This is about not letting the band pull you sideways. Stay straight. If you don't have a band, use a towel and have someone pull gently. Then do the wall sit. 2 sets, hold for 15 to 30 seconds each. If you can't go all the way down, that's okay. Go halfway. Just keep your core tight the whole time. Lastly, do glute bridges. 2 sets of 8 to 12. Squeeze your butt at the top and keep your core working. Tuesday and Thursday are your practice days. Spend 5 minutes working on your breath. Breathe in. Let your ribs expand gently. As you breathe out, imagine your ribs softly drawing together while your deep abdominals engage. Think of it like a gentle hug around your middle that gets slightly tighter as you exhale. Then practice feeling those deep muscles turn on when you're sitting, standing, even walking around. Weekends are for using what you learned. Use your core before you get up from a chair, before you pick something up, or before you reach for things. This is where it all comes together. That's it. 3 workout days, 2 practice days, and real-life practice on weekends. Simple and it works. The key is feeling those muscles work, not working super hard. I'd rather you feel the right muscles for 6 months than rush through exercises for 2 weeks and then give up. Here's the best part. Your body will tell you when you're getting stronger. You'll feel more steady getting up from chairs, more sure of yourself on bumpy ground, and your back won't be as stiff during the day. The goal isn't to be perfect right away. The goal is to keep working on feeling these deep muscles at whatever level you can, and slowly get that inner strength back over time. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Your core is trainable at any age, it just needs the right approach. Start gently. Your body will tell you when it's ready for more challenges. The goal isn't to feel sore, it's to feel stable, supported, and confident in your movements. I'm curious, which of these movements felt most challenging for you? Drop a comment and let me know. I will read every single one and reply with personalized tips based on what you're experiencing. If you want more gentle, science-based approaches to staying strong and independent after 60, make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel. Just click that subscribe button below and I'll see you in the next video. Remember, your best years can still be ahead of you.